On the morning of September 15th, 2025, the campus of Delta State University woke to a nightmare. In the heart of campus, beneath the trees, the body of a 21-year-old student was discovered hanging. His name was Demartravian Trey Reed. And almost immediately the questions began. It was just after 7 a.m. when staff members found Trey's body in plain sight, hanging from a tree in the center of campus. A place meant for dreams, new beginnings, and education. Now the backdrop to tragedy. Only weeks into his college journey, Trey Reed's promising future was cut short. By noon, campus police announced there was no foul play suspected. And by evening, coroners stated Trey had no visible injuries beyond the hanging itself. But Trey's family and an entire community weren't ready to accept that answer. Trey's family first heard the devastating news not from officials, but through chaos and confusion. At around 9:15 that morning, deputies arrived at the Reed family's home. But what they told the family wasn't the truth. They said Trey had been found dead in his dorm room in his bed. Hours later, the family would learn that wasn't true at all. Trey had been found hanging in the center of campus. How could such a mistake happen? Why was the family misled? And why did the media know more than Trey's own parents before they were even notified? Attorney Vanessa Jones, representing the Reed family, said it best. The media knew about Trey's death before the family did. To Trey's family, something didn't add up. Delta State's campus is covered in cameras. Students are constantly monitored as they walk between dorms and lecture halls. So how could a young man leave his dorm, cross the heart of campus, and end his life in public view, without a single recording, without a single witness? Bring the surveillance. Bring the cameras, Attorney Jones demanded. So we'll know exactly what happened. The family is not rushing to accuse, but they are pleading for clarity. An independent autopsy has been requested. Behind the headlines was a young man filled with light. Pastor Jerry Reed, Trey's uncle, remembers him as a happy young man, excited to start his new life. He always told me he had a plan, his uncle said. Trey wanted to finish school. He wanted to become a truck driver, just like his uncle had been for nearly 3 decades. He was chasing his dream. But now, that dream has been stolen. Scene 5, Civil Rights Response. This tragedy did not stay local for long. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, known nationwide for seeking justice in high-profile cases, has joined the Reed family. Crump's words cut to the core. We cannot accept vague conclusions when so many questions remain. Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson also weighed in, calling for a federal investigation by the Department of Justice and the FBI. And his reasoning carried a painful reminder. Mississippi has a long, brutal history of lynching and racial violence against African Americans. We cannot ignore that. On social media, fear and outrage spread fast. Some said Trey's body showed signs of torture, that his bones had been broken, that suicide was impossible, but officials pushed back. Bolivar County Coroner Rudolph Seals confirmed there were no broken bones, no fractures, no signs of assault. Still, rumors are fueled by one undeniable truth. Mississippi has seen this before. And for many, Trey Reed's death echoes a past too dark to dismiss. Why did the family receive conflicting reports about Trey's death? Why were they kept in the dark while the media was informed first? Where is the surveillance footage that could show Trey's final moments? And above all, was this truly suicide or something far more sinister? Trey Reed was only 21 years old, a young man with plans, with laughter, with family who loved him deeply. Now, his death has become a rallying cry, not just for his family, but for all who fear history may be repeating itself in Mississippi. Attorney Jones put it clearly. We're not here to point fingers yet, but we will have answers. Until then, Trey's story remains one of pain, suspicion, and a desperate fight for truth. What do you believe happened to Trey Reed? A tragic suicide, or something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe stories like Trey's deserve to be told, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime investigations. Because Trey Reed's story is far from over.